1300 564 652, 1300 564 652. We've contacted Jason Lee's office this morning to see whether the Labor candidate for Bennelong will speak to me about those wretched flyers distributed in his electorate. He denies they've got anything to do with him. Anyway, they say they will get back to us. Can't ask for much more. Now, we've got a Norman. Is it the Norman?
Yes, it's me, you poor old bugger. Why don't you just work 4 days a week? Why doesn't 2SM just... You can't make it...
Norman, just hang on a minute. The reason I wasn't here yesterday was that I had to have some tests done in St Vincent's Hospital. You can ring up St Vincent's Private and ask if you want to. I had to have some tests done, and the only time that they could do them, because they're very, very busy at St Vincent's Hospital, was yesterday morning. The Princess and I went together to St Vincent's Hospital to have the test done. So there you are.
Bad news, I hope.
Oh, God, you're charming.
Really? 5 days...
Aren't you charming?
5 days is a bit much for you, John.
No.
I think you should go on a permanent 4-day, either have the Wednesday off, so, 2 days, days, or have the long weekend.
Listen, Norman, you stupid little man. I told you why we weren't about yesterday for a very valid reason. Tests were required, and we had the test done in hospital. Do you think I would rather have been in hospital or here? I would much rather have been here, because had I been here, you wouldn't have been on the telephone, and I wouldn't have had to deal with you, you little grub.
So, John Laws, you can get tests done any time you want. Please.
No.
They go to your time, don't you? You could have got it on the weekend in your
private
hospital. Private hospital.
No, Norman.
Yeah, sure.
Norman.
Yeah, sure.
Norman, a lot of rubbish you're talking. Do you wake up in the morning thinking, how stupid can I be today? How big a bastard can I be today?
Listen, I was watching Leighton Hewitt yesterday.
Good.
Trudge around the tennis court, and I thought of you. And I thought, there's another poor old bugger. He doesn't know when to retire.
Leighton, don't knock Leighton Hewitt. He's done a terrific amount for Australia. He's still playing great tennis. He's a very formidable opponent, and people love to see him on a tennis court. And believe it or not, there are people who love to hear me on the radio, but there are a lot of people, Norman, who don't love to hear you.
No, he's not a great tennis player. That was a once-in-a-blue-moon thing yesterday. He'll never do that again in his life. Mate, he should have retired there and then on the big stage. He'll retire when he gets beaten in the first round at an Outback Open or something. Just like you, John, how you've gone from, the big smoke...
Listen, Norman, you've got some kind of retirement phobia. How old are you, Norman?
No, I don't care, John. You were on 2UE and 2GB.
Norman, answer the question. How old are you?
I've told you before, I don't like answering any of your questions.
I see. Well, if you don't want to answer any of my questions, don't bother to ring, because I'm going to ask them.
Well, listen, you put yourself out there. You ask people to ring you. You don't interview me, thank you. You don't interview me. No, listen, why don't you... Your holidays are coming up soon, John. Why don't you get your handmaid, because I know you're too old to fly now, so why don't you get your handmaiders to get... What about cruise? Why don't you get all your listeners? You could get a free cruise, invite all your listeners, all your people, all the old farts that listen to you. You could go on a cruise. John Laws cruise.
I'm too old to fly. I'm too old to fly. I'm flying. When am I flying? Christmas time I'm flying.
Oh, you're flying again, John. They're gonna take the risk and let you on a plane, are they?
Yeah, I'm going to Melbourne.
Oh, but no, I think the cruises are the best thing, because that's where all the old
look, Norman.
Go.
Look, Norman.
You go on a cruise and do your shuttleboard.
Look, Norman.
Really,
I could care less what you think on any subject in the world, Norman.
I know.
I find you amusing. People. The only reason I put you on the air is because I find you amusing. You really are so bad you're good.
I know who you're going to be voting for.
Who am I going to vote for?
Have it, because you let it slip the other week. You remember you said, because Rudd wants to move Garden Island up to Queensland. You said, I'll miss those warships coming in. What apartment do you live in Sydney? Do you live in the toaster with Alan Jones, do you?
No,
what apartment do you look over
God,
near
I tell you what, I wouldn't...
See your private little warships come in,
Yep.
You're at entertainment. Don't move them. I like watching the warships come into Garden Island for my luxury, million, $2 million, $3 million luxury apartment
Listen,
somewhere in one of these.
2 or 3 million, you're selling me short.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, yeah, go on. You ask. Well, I'll ask you a question. How much is your little apartment? You know, in the Toaster or one of those buildings around the Opera House? You're looking out on the garden.
No.
Your little private little warship.
Norman, I haven't got an apartment in the Toaster.
Well, you just said you used to watch the warships come in and out, and John, you let it slip.
Yeah, I do. I do. I didn't let it slip. I said it deliberately. I do watch the warships come in and out, and sometimes I see the big cruisers come in and out. I didn't let it slip. I said it deliberately.
From your apartment. Yeah,
$10
million apartment.
No. You're selling me short again.
Oh, yeah, you poor old bugger sitting up there. But, listen, you and Leighton, please, there you are. There's Leighton dragging his poor body over across the court, losing again when he could have won. And there you are, dragging yourself in the morning every day to go to behind the microphone, you poor bugger. Should be on 4 days a week, everybody. You should be just 4 days a week. And you and Leighton, there you are. Don't know when to give it up.
Leighton. Listen, Norman, you stupid little jerk. I don't mind what you say about me. It doesn't bother me at all. But don't be critical of Leighton Hewitt. I don't like people coming on this program and being critical of people whom I admire, and I happen to admire Leighton Hewitt. I'll tell you what, he's got more backbone, he's got more character, he's got more ability than you've got in your little finger.
Hey, he's a pain in the bum. And what about your other mate, Anthony Mundine, yesterday? Oh, that was a great masterstroke. You had to bring back Blake Ferguson with him to sit next to get cameras. Your mate Mundane. Hey, you're going to let him on your program? You're going to let him on your program?
Yeah, I will. Yeah. Let's see if we can find Anthony Mundine.
Oh, yeah, your mate Anthony. Now, everybody out there, he's mates with Anthony Mundine. Now, that's how low you are. Hey, you've got Anthony Mundine and Leighton Hewitt are his mates. Fantastic, John. You're a pain in the ass. I hope those test results come back bad. That's all you deserve.
That's nasty.
Yeah, go on.
That's nasty. You are a nasty little piece of... Oh, there you are. He's hung up. I never hang up on him anymore. Because he constantly says, and you hang up on me because you can't take it. You're a very nasty little piece of work. I don't know whether you're little. I have no idea what you look like. Somebody said you were quite rotund. I don't know, nor do I care, Norman, but you really are a nasty human being. God must worry when he hears about people like you that have turned out on his earth, because you really are a nasty piece of work. Goodness gracious. 1-300, but I don't think I'm going to cut you off, Norman, because I'm not going to do that. We say, tell us what's on your mind, no matter even if it's a mind as small as Norman's.
Hello.
Tanya Kernigan.
Yes, John, how are you today?
Good, sweetheart. How are you?
Oh, it's so great to speak to you, and I'm just thrilled to bits that you're not